Okay, so now let's go to the cost of capital. So yung cost of capital nyo is the discount rate na gagamitin nyo as the pinakamababang required of return for the investment cost or the investment that you invest in a particular project. Okay, whether that project is specific for BSAB is more on income generating projects like businesses or agribusiness. So ito yung pinakamababa na dapat return o babalik doon sa capital na ininvest mo. Pag mas mababa yung return mo sa minimum required of return, which is your discount rate, then you reject the project or don't accept it or don't pursue the project. Pero pag magkahalo ang capital source mo, hindi lang puro utang, ay utang, and then may others na galing sa stockholders. So, ibig sabihin, pag ganito ang sitwasyon, is you get the ilang percentage ng inyong capital ang galing sa stockholder, and then ilang percent ng inyong capital na ginamit sa business ang galing sa banko or any creditors, para magkaroon tayo ng weighted average cost of capital ng capital na ginamit mo for your business. Kung both na ang source nyo ng capital ay galing sa sariling pera ng stockholder at yung loans. Okay? So you have to weight that. Pero kung purely utang lang siya, then madali lang malaman kaagad yung discount rate, which is all the cost of capital, which is yung interest rate ng utang ng inutang mo na capital. Yun na yung pinaka-minimum na dapat return sa capital na i-invest mo. Yun yung kailan. Okay. Now we have so recovery of the original investment is considering buying an attachment for its X-ray machine. So dito, ang kanyang bibili siya ng X-ray machine, yung isang hospital, kung saan ang value ng X-ray machine is $3,169. So that's much higher if you convert that in peso. Ang itatagal ng X-ray will be 4 years. Wala siyang salvage value. So anong ibig sabihin ng walang salvage value? Ibig sabihin, pag walang salvage value, gagamitin mo yung X-ray up to the point na sirang-sira na siya, na wala ka nang makakinabangan ng partes na to, na kahit ibenta mo sa junk shop ay hindi ka babayaran ng kahit na anong value. And then yung increase in annual cash inflows ay tig 1,000 per year. And another is, dito sa example na to, is walang investment na gagawin kung ang annual return niya ay mas mababa sa 10%. So, meron na talagang isang qualifying or screening criteria na pag hindi umabot yung annual return niya dito sa pagbili ng X-ray machine ng at least 10%, ibig sabihin hindi siya dapat bababa sa 10%. Pag bumababa siya sa 10%, then you will not invest in the X-ray machine. So ngayon ang tanong, base dito sa gastos mo, lifespan mo at in cash inflow, yung papasok na pera pag ginamit mo na yung X-ray machine, worth it ba na mag-invest ka o magbabayad ka, buy ng attachment ka for X-ray machine? So this one, ito na yun siya, yung naka-flat. So the initial investment outflow, palabas yung pera, which usually occurs in year 0. So remember na laging ang initial investment mo na gastos is occurs in year 0 as well as your working capital. Your cash inflows will only happen year 1 onwards, depending on the length of project life. So dito ang tatagal lang ng inyong X-ray machine attachment ay year 4 or 4 years, kaya 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we have the initial investment Bakit to negative 3,169? Since wala ka pang sales sa year 0. So, total sales, that's your total benefits, less 3,169 investment cost. That's why we get a annual cash net inflow na negative 3,169. And then, meron tayong annual cash inflow na pare-parehas from year 1 to year 4. That's 1,000. And then, from that, wala tayong salvage value sa year 4 since wala siyang salvage value sa 0. So, this will only be the cash flow for the attachment for X-ray machine. Now, let's look at again the table and find the discount factor at 10%. Ang discount factor mo yung year 0 is 1. And this one galing sa table. So, you just have to find the intersection point of 10% and 1 in the table. 10% discount rate in year 2. 10% discount rate in year 3. 10% discount rate in year 4. Now, we have to go back sa table kung saan nanggaling yung mga 0.909, 0.826, 0.751, and 0.683. Okay, yan na pala yung table. So, 10% and then 1. So, intersection point nito, extend mo and extend mo. That's where we get 0.909. Yan. Then 10% in year 2, so pag ganun, and then baba, so 0.826. And then 10% in year 3, intersection point is 0.751. So that's where your 0.751 comes from. And then 10% in year 4, find the number where they intersect. That's equal to 10%, and 5 is equal a year, 10% and 4 years, 0.683. So that's where your value for 683. Once na nilagay nyo na lahat yung respective na kanilang discount factor, you multiply them with the respective discount factor to determine their present value. So 1,000 times 0.909, ang value niya yung year 1 na cash inflow, ang value niya sa year 0 is 909. Yung 1,000 sa year 2, ang value niya sa year 0 is 826. Yung 1,000 sa year 3, ang present value niya sa year 0 ay 751 lang. And yung year 4 na $1,000, ang value niya sa year 0 is 683 lang. Now, since we already found the respective present values for each year, present value in year 0, now we can add. So, you add all the positives first, then you subtract the negative number. Since kahit na i-add mo to, kasama to, magma-minus pa rin siya since the value of this is negative. So, ano ang net present value niya? 0. So, do you accept the project or not? Ano nakalagay doon sa condition niya? Hindi ka mag-i-invest unless meron siyang annual return of at least 10%. Ibig sabihin ng at least 10%, 10% or higher than 10%. So, pwede na. Pag 0 ito, ibig sabihin, ang earnings mo lang out of your in-invest na 3,169, okay, ay kung saan ang balik sa'yo ay, okay, ibig sabihin lang is yung eksakto lang na yung na-generate niya na cash inflow, yung present value nito ay nabawi mo lang yung initial investment mo na 3,169. And that's why we have a net 0 net present value. Zero yung net present value, so ibig sabihin lang naman na sakto lang na yung cash inflow mo na ito, yung 4 na to na positive, ay sakto lang na mababawi mo yung ininvest mo na 3,069. So ibig sabihin ang ating return ay exactly 10% lang. Hindi tayo naglagpas na o mas malaki o mas naglagpas sa 10%. So, nabawi mo lang yung ininvest mo na 3169 from your cash inflow. So, kaya tayo magkakaroon ng zero. Or, ibig sabihin, 10% lang yung ating required of return. Pag nag-positive to, ibig sabihin ang required rate of return natin ay mas mataas sa discount rate na sinet natin na 10%. Okay.